Things are often dramatic in Romanian politics, but what happened on March 9, 2025, shocked everyone, even people outside Romania. Georgescu, who was already controversial, became the center of a big international problem. Romania's election officials surprised everyone by saying he couldn't run for president. This wasn't just someone being told they couldn't run, it was a huge deal with big consequences. Georgescu had already won and lost elections in 2024. Now he couldn't even try to be president again. The election officials said there were serious problems with Georgescu. They said he broke laws about extremism. Also, there was a criminal investigation going on that made things worse. This ban wasn't just about one man and his goals, it caused a lot of arguments. Was this needed to protect Romania's democracy from extremism? Or was it a way to silence someone they didn't want to run for office, a bad sign in a country still learning about democracy? Everyone was watching closely. This was bigger than just Romania. It was a test for democracy everywhere. And the risks were very high. The accusations against Georgescu were serious. Romania's election officials said he broke the country's strict laws against extremism. This was a big deal, a problem that went against everything Romania believes in after communism. And it got worse. Georgescu was also being investigated by the police. There were 6 different accusations, and each one was worse than the last. One accusation said he was part of a fascist group, which is a scary thing in a country that remembers its fascist past. Another accusation said he lied about how he got money for his campaign, and that made people trust him even less. It seemed like Georgescu was in more and more trouble. The election officials thought the evidence against him was too strong to ignore. They said the ban was needed to make sure the election was fair. They said extremism doesn't belong in a democracy. But was this a real worry, or just a reason to stop someone they didn't like? People reacted to Georgescu's ban quickly and angrily. Georgescu went online and said the Romanian government was being unfair. He said he was being punished for speaking his mind. His supporters believed in him, and they went out into the streets. Hundreds of them marched in Bucharest, shouting "Freedom!" The police weren't expecting so many people and had trouble keeping things calm. Police with weapons fought with protesters and there was tear gas everywhere. It almost became a riot, showing how easily peace can be broken. Georgescu kept posting online. He said the ban was a bad thing for democracy everywhere. People on the political right around the world agreed with him. They thought Georgescu was being censored and treated unfairly. People around the world watched what was happening in Romania with worry and doubt. Elon Musk, who's always involved in controversial things, tweeted that the ban was crazy, and millions of people liked his tweet. In the United States, people who used to work for the Trump administration agreed with Musk. They said stopping Georgescu from running was an attack on free speech. They thought it was a bad sign for democracy, but not everyone agreed with Georgescu. Leaders in Europe, who are worried about right-wing groups becoming more powerful, said they agreed with the Romanian government. They thought the ban was needed to protect Romania's democracy from extremism. What was happening in Romania became a small example of the fight between democracy and authoritarianism all over the world. It showed that the fight for freedom is never really over. And as everyone waited to see what would happen, one question remained: what will happen to Romania?